love my Harley. I like my Harley. When I first became a school principal, I put a sign on my desk that said, "There's no problem that can't be solved." I even invited all my staff to bring their problems to me. It became a problem, actually. 2 months later, I was in the hospital. I was stretched out. I was stressed out. I had my neck contractions. I was focusing on the negatives, the problems, the pressures, the paperwork, the regulations just pulled me down. I still have the note I got from my staff. It says, "Dear Dan, we wish you a speedy recovery." The vote was 21 to 19. Well, that's positive, isn't it? Well, I went back to my school. I had to make a couple changes. My attitude. You see, the pressures and the problems didn't go away. The negative people were still there. And I loved my job, but I just had to change my attitude a little bit. I was trying to take my job too seriously. I'd lost my gift of laughter and was becoming grumpy. And so I resurrected my gift of laughter. I put up a new sign right over the old one. "There's no problem so great it can't be ignored." Then I realized I wasn't using my gift of laughter, so I started collecting fun things that just make me smile. Like, if your parents didn't have children, chances are you won't have any either. And marry me and I'll never bother you again. My wife Judy says that's not funny. She found one for me. "I'd like to live in the fast lane, but I'm married to a speed bump." My favorite one-liner, though, that I've hung on to is, "If you're going through hell, keep going," all right? Now, I was a big dreamer. I grew up with dream makers, people like you in my life. They believed in me. They encouraged me. They made me feel special, unique, and important, and loved. I believed I could dream any dream and it would come true. In 5th grade, I said I'll be a basketball star. I couldn't make a basket, but I dreamed big, and my dream maker dad lowered the basket. I could shoot properly. I won hundreds of games out there in the backyard with that basket. And sophomore year, I'd made an all-star team in 2 counties. Senior year, captain of a championship team 2 years in a row. I met my dream. But I had other dreams. I said I'm gonna be a pilot in command my own plane. I'm gonna be a PE teacher. I love sports, and I went to a small school. We played 8-man football, and I played both ways. We never lost a game in 3 years. My coach said, I'll never forget, "Miller, you're little, but you're slow." But I love sports. I said, "I'm going to be a PE teacher. I'm going to be a pilot. I'm going to play the guitar. I'll have my own band. I'll learn to play golf someday, and I'll find just the right girl, and we'll get married and raise a wonderful family." My dreams were coming true. I was so excited. I graduated from high school. I was in the top 10 of my class. 5 boys and 5 girls in my class. So that was easy, wasn't it? But I was on my way, young, healthy athlete. Life was good. And then I got sick. I thought it was a bad case of the flu. It was like a bad case of the flu, but it turned out it was polio. We hardly hear of polio anymore. Poliomyelitis, infantile paralysis. It killed 60,000 kids in the United States when I was growing up, and 2 million were paralyzed and crippled. My mom thought her worries were over. You see, this was the year of the Salk vaccine, the year I graduated. And she knew I'd get my polio shot, and she wouldn't have to worry, but we missed it by 3 weeks. And then, in 1 week, I went from a healthy 18-year-old athlete to a helpless 18-year-old baby. My right arm went first. This was the one I shot all those baskets, caught those footballs, and in 2 days it was completely paralyzed. I've never been able to lift it since. Then my left arm was completely paralyzed, and then both legs. And by the end of the week, my parents had to feed me again, dress me, pick me up in their arms again. I couldn't even turn over in bed. And my dreams were hopeless. But I had dream makers in my life. I mentioned that. Wonderful people like you that continued to encourage me, believe in me, support me, send me hundreds of cards and letters. Many of them said, "We're praying for you, we're praying for you." And I didn't know who many of them were, but I know one thing. God answers prayer. I turned out great. I did. I only lost one arm. I only lost 50% of my left arm. I only lost 85-90% of my legs. And we went through some tough times. A lot of pain and a lot of hard work. But I learned some things. I lost 50% of my body, muscles. They just waste away. Polio blocks the message from mind to muscles, won't let it get through, and so the muscles waste away. This arm's a good example. I can wear watches all the way to my armpit. Hello. You know, they don't like this at airport security, though. Well, you know, I learned some things. I learned it's not what you look like, it's who you are. It's how you treat people. You see, my friends and... Thank you. My friends and family look right past this. It doesn't take long, and they see the real me, you see. And I learned a couple other things. I like myself. I've lived by choices, we all do, but I choose to like myself just the way I am. See, if I put on a tank top, a pair of shorts, go golfing, it's a sight to behold. Skinny legs, it doesn't matter. But I've accepted this. And I choose to like myself just the way I am. Do you? I hope so. You see, we're all special, unique, and important and different. And we need to choose to like ourselves. I don't wish I looked like a movie star or a model or an athlete or someone else. I like me just the way I am. I learned a couple other things. One, put-downs hurt. We all know that. I've been teased, I've been put down, I've been laughed at. It hurts. I've fallen down and couldn't get up and had people laugh at me. They thought it was funny, but it hurts. Put-downs hurt, but compliments help. Well, I graduated from high school, then the hospital bed, then the wheelchair, and then I graduated to a crutch. That put me on my feet. I love my crutch. I have several, and they're all different and fun. I headed off to college to meet my dreams. I fell down 15, 20 times a day. I didn't keep track, but the dream makers were there. They'd come along and say, "You need help?" I say, "Yeah, pick me up, will you?" They would, and off I'd go till I stumbled again. My first college class, I found myself standing, looking up 2 flights of beautiful marble stairs and no elevator. No way. But see, God gave me a creative mind, just like He gave you. And God said, I said, I will be successful. I will meet my dreams. I don't know how I'm going to get up these stairs, but I have a creative mind. I'll figure out a different way if I have to. And I remember saying, I will risk, I will persist. Risk and persist to go for my dreams. And along come a football player right at the right time. And I looked at him and he looked at the crutch and he said, "Can I help you?" I said, "Yeah, can I get on your back?" Up we went. It was cool. I had, within 2 weeks, human elevators all over campus to help me get to classes.